Yeah, it's been a few weeks, a couple weeks here. Yeah.
I mean, given Easter and then everything that happened last
Yeah.
Sunday. Hey, everybody, we're back with another edition of Knights of the Anime
All
Table,
right.
episode 109. This is the 109th edition of Knights of the Anime Table. If you guys have been wondering, where have we been for the last 2 weeks?
Mhm.
Well, the last two Sundays have been a hit and a miss. One of the Sundays being Easter, and last Sunday, a lot of us had prior commitments and everything, so we all decided to just hold off until tonight and do this here. Um, but we are back again
Mhm.
per usual, and also Eagle Rider is still out with family with family business and everything, and we're just gonna leave it at that. Hope she's doing good. We miss everybody that we missed all y'all. We missed everybody. As you could see, I have the flag clearly behind me. I finally hung it up behind me at the closet.
Aha. Yeah.
It's way in the back, but you can still see it though.
Yeah, we got
That's
to work on
one of the
your lighting. Okay.
I know my lighting sucks a little bit, but I can't do anything with well, it's the natural lighting in here. It's
Well,
natural lighting.
this time of day you have actual light. It's like, to give it a
Yeah,
couple hours and it'll be.
it'll be dark as shit.
Mhm.
And apparently, this light right here is way too fucking bright
Mhm.
because it looks like a giant fire. It just like gives off so much radiance. It's like, ah,
Mhm.
damn it, why are you so bright?
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's one of the many
Mhm.
flags I have up there. I'm gonna be adding one more, and I think I know what one I'm gonna get at Fan Fusion when I go. I am officially going. I cannot wait. It's going to be a lot
Mhm.
of fun. California Forward. Be sure to share this with everybody. We would
Mhm.
love to have more people in here. And so so many fun things planned and everything in between.
Ooh.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a new thing added to the channel. Uh we're gonna try and see how we can make this work because I came up with a hilarious idea last night that we should do a tier list. And
Mhm.
hello, Fatal. What is up,
All right.
bud? Buddy, what is up? What is up? Welcome back. We missed you, my friend. We missed you. Um,
All right. A
welcome
situation where
back.
you can talk out loud, or is it going to be another, wait till he goes to the bathroom?
Still can't speak. That's a okay.
Okay,
That's
that's
a
fine.
okay, Fatal. That is a okay. Um, I could as long as you can still communicate in some way.
We will
Uh
adjust. Yeah.
by the way, so here's the tier list I've been talking about. It's called it's gonna be called well for this episode it's gonna be called anime characters who would absolutely win in a game show. I have it a bit limited because I don't want to put everybody, otherwise we would be here all night. We would be here all night. Um I did add a dot hack character in it. I did add one in it, and it's your waifu. It's your waifu. I'm willing to share here. So, and we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna have a little fun with this because uh I had a hard time picking, so I had to go through the list and see who I can just randomly pick out, just for the laughs and everything. I do have some Dragon Ball Z in there. I have a few characters from Death Note. I have one character from Fire Force that I know could probably work. I have a few Sailor Moon characters. I have two characters from One Piece. I have Vash the Stampede. I have Yumenko and I forget the blonde's name. I have one guy from Doctor Stone, one from Hunter X Hunter, one from one from Oran High School Host Club Tamaki. I have one of the JoJo Bizarre characters, Joestar. Um, yes, we will. We will. I have the private chat up and everything, so you're good, buddy. I got you. I have it opened on a tab here. I have it opened right there, so I could look and check your answers as well. Um, thank you, California Ford. So here is how the tier is going to work.
On
Tier,
mine, so no.
tier S, I replaced it with would win and sweep the board. Tier A would be too chaotic to predict. Tier B would be strong contender but would crack under certain circumstances. Tier C would be is now replaced by would forget they are on a game show, and tier D would get disqualified immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Did I forget to hit the stream button? No, I didn't. I didn't forget to hit it. I have it going and everything. Or was that to Bob? Was that question to Bob or me?
Hell if I know. I know what's going on mine, so I don't know. Well, we pause for some unknown technical issue.
Okay, give me a minute. Who's that coming in? Hey, it's Matt.
I heard Fatal's having a pretty rough day, so I figured, why the hell not? Figured I'd join in and cheer a good buddy up.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We were actually I was actually discussing a fun event that we could do just to lighten the mood up a little bit. Apparently this idea came to me last night after I got done streaming the Rayman PS1 game after I got done streaming last night. I thought it would be hilarious we would add a like a tier system like just like it would be random every week, like it would be random on every episode. Yeah, Feo, can you send me that link again? A lot of weird stuff happened to my PC, and somehow I had to reformat a lot of things. That was not fun. That was not fun. I damn near punched my tower in frustration until I figured out what I did wrong. Had to go back, format everything, and then slowly get back all the stuff. So I don't even know. So today's tier. Oh, hello, David. Welcome. So today's tier list is going to be anime characters who would absolutely win a game show. I tweaked it a little bit, and instead of like tier S, A, B, C, and D, I put for tier S, would win and sweep the board. Tier A has been changed to too chaotic to predict. Tier B would be strong contender, but would crack under any pressure under certain circumstances. Tier C would forget that they are on a game show, and Tier D would be disqualified. They would get immediately disqualified.
I put Naruto in D.
I do have one Naruto character in there, but I could add more characters later on if we have time. I couldn't put everybody in there because we would be here all night.
You know who I'd put in S tier?
I was thinking, especially if we're talking the English dub version, where he's all yelling all the time. It's this great ramen.
I would put
God
Godwin
damn.
Slayer in A and
Mhm.
Overlord in S. He's an S tier genius.
So
if we're talking S tier geniuses, I'm
Yeah,
pretty much
so-
thinking Reinhard von Lundgren from Legend of the Galactic Heroes, and Jan
Nice.
Wenley too.
So here you go. That's what I have right now. That's what I have currently. I could put us. There we go. I don't know if you guys could see this. I don't know how to make it larger or anything, but
All right.
that's as best as I can make it. I got Yumenko. I got Vashta Stampede, Vegeta, Frieza, Goku, Sailor Mars, Tien, Android 17, Lady Subaru from Dot Hack. You're welcome, Fatal. You're welcome. Sailor Mars, Sailor Neptune, Captain Hibana from Fire Force, Nami, Luffy, Light, L, Misa. I can't
Sailor
remember.
Moon herself should be C. She would forget she's in a game show.
Hey, Sunflower, what's up? I also have Yamcha, Tamaki, Hidan, Joestar, Power, Lelouch, and Satsuki from Kill la Kill. So I figured this would be a decent board to have. So we could start at any time, but I figure I'd just show you guys what I have planned and what it looks like, so we can do a bit more and everything, because it would be nice to have it would be nice to have something different for once. And it could be like a different it could be a different theme every week, so that way it's not repetitive or boring.
Okay.
Because I know for a fact it would be very interesting, and I might throw in a Star Trek one in there.
There we go. Now,
That'd make that very
what a
interesting.
category where I can clean up over change.
Oh, Sulu's
yeah.
C. Everybody agrees Sulu's a C class.
Oh, hey, Sunflower. This is a tier list of anime characters who would win on a game show.
Hey guys.
Hey, Shiny, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. So we're talking about on tier lists, right?
Yeah, it's something that came to me last night after I got done streaming. I'm like, you know what, that can actually work. So I put my brain together, no pun intended, and came up with the idea. Like, we could do this every episode. It would be very different. Like, it would be a different tier list. It would be a different one from time to time, and not be repetitive or the same. We could make it work. And I did tell Bob we would be doing a Star Trek one pretty soon. I just need to come up with a theme for it that would work perfectly and be chaotic and hilarious at the same time, and watch Bob crumble under pressure trying to piece together who would go in what.
Right. Yeah.
But this is just a test. This is just a test run of this. So this theme is called anime characters who would absolutely win a game show. The tier list is as follows. Tier S is would win and sweep the board. Tier A is too chaotic to predict. Tier B is strong contender but would crack under certain circumstances on the show. Tier C would be would forget that they are on a game show, and tier D would get disqualified immediately.
Pretty sure Goku would get disqualified more than immediately.
Yeah. Because you know how Goku's a bit dumb, to be honest.
I mean, he's not mentally retarded, but he's not all that bright either.
Yeah.
Well, in this edition, let's say they we're gonna make it very, very easy. Say like they don't have their powers, like their powers are like they walk in through the room into the game show, their powers are temporarily suspended for the duration of the game show, and they would go in as themselves. So we're basing it on smarts and everything.
Although, if we're talking characters that would sweep the board, Lelouch, hands down.
Oh, okay. So we got our first image on the board.
And let's put in Lady Subaru and sweep the board too for Fatal here.
Yeah, let's put Subaru up there because she has proven to be smart. So the current people I have right now, I have Yumenko and damn it, I forget the blonde chick's name from Kakaguri. I have Eve from Black Cat. I have Vash the Stampede. I have Goku. I have Frieza. I have Tien, Android 17. I have Captain Hibana from Fire Force. Nami, I almost said Lucy. Nami, Luffy, Light, L, Misa, Yamcha, Takumi from Around High School Host Club, Hidan from Naruto, the only one I could think of at the current present, Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Power, and Satsuki from Kill la Kill. Oh, and also Sailors Venus, Mars, and Neptune from the Sailor series. This is a test run, mind you. So, with that being said, Mary, thank you. Thank you, Fatal, thank you, Fatal. Thank you. So I guess we'll put both Mary and Yumenko into Chaotic to predict. So
yeah, I'd also put in Vash the Stampede into Chaotic to predict too.
Alrighty, wow, we're filling up this board. We're filling up this board already. Holy crap.
That was fast.
So, but we'll break it down by character. So where would Goku go? Where would he? That was fat. Wow, little faith in Goku.
Well, he's not really.
Hey, Rex, just
not really all that bright, you know.
Hey, Patty.
I was going to say he may not be that bright, but he's not an absolute idiot. He's
he's certainly smarter than Naruto, that's for sure.
Should we put would forget that they are on a game show tier because he does forget where he's at sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
Oh, hang on, Joker. Let me get you a link, buddy. Let me get you a link so we can get you in here. Hang on. See, this is working out really good. I like this. We're having it's fun, and I'm liking the feedback, guys. Let's keep it going. So where would we put Vegeta? This is gonna cause controversy, but where would we put Vegeta?
I'm more thinking Chaotic to predict because dude is just crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, keep in mind, guys.
Joker, I can understand. And Lelouch only being smart because the plot demands it, but then again, we're also talking like Yagami.
Ooh, good call there, Fatal. So basically, guys, the twist here is all their powers would be suspended for the duration of the game show. So we're basically talking based on smarts and everything. Powers aside, like this is just like completely.
Okay, Lelouch made some mistakes, so he is no more than A class. He's not a pure genius. Okay, he's smart. So let's
nice.
put him in A.
Yeah, I think at best we put Lelouch at chaotic to predict.
Yeah.
Actually, Matt, Fatal's making an argument where he wants Vegeta disqualified immediately.
I see your point there, Fatal. Okay.
Oh god, we're gonna piss off a lot of people, but it's gonna be fun nonetheless.
Yeah, we're already going to hell.
So, let's make this way a bit more interesting. Where would Yamcha be? Let's throw that out there. Where would Yamcha be? Let's hear some thoughts in this.
Oh, wait a minute. Yamcha is so easy. I think LB a strong contender, but would crack. Because we know how it is with Yamcha.
What? Okay, Shiny, I will take yours into consideration at the moment. What? Everybody else, what do you guys think on Yamcha?
I agree.
Okay, we got two for we got two for tier B. David, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know the character too well, so but I think B.
Okay. Captain Bob?
No idea.
Okay, I'll take that. Okay, Fatal agrees. So they're all in agreement. Yamcha will go in tier B. He would be a strong contender in some of the quizzes and everything, but he would crack under the more difficult ones.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make this a bit more interesting. How about Frieza? Let's go with Frieza. We're now one at a time, guys. One at a time. We'll start with Shiny. Shiny, go ahead. Give your answer.
Well, it's gonna be between 2K predict or would win and sweep the board. It's either way.
Okay. Matt, how about you?
I'm more thinking chaotic to predict.
Okay. Fatal, can you type your answer in the private chat, if you please? Frieza. So we have 3 for chaotic and 1 for strong contender. Oh wait, both Captain and David are out at the moment. That's okay, but I will accept their answers. Good to see you, Rex. Is good to see everybody. So Frieza would be in 2 chaotic to predict.
If I don't know any other characters from Dragon Ball, just let me know, right?
That's okay. Let's go. Let's flip the script a little bit. How about Light? Let's go with Light.
Light.
Oh, Light Yagami from Death Note.
Well, let's say this from perspective. He tried to hide himself until later on he got revealed. So I think it's a maybe on the S tier, but not sure.
Go ahead.
But not sure if it could be a strong contender or chaotic. So it's either one of these 3.
I'm more leaning towards strong contender, but would crack because remember he did get found out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 2 for strong contender. Fatal, what about you, buddy? Let me find your answer. So Fatal says S tier or A tier, so that would be 2 chaotic to predict or would win and sweep the board. Interesting.
Oh Lord.
Let's see. Well, with Light, it's a toss up because I do agree he would crack, but in game show wise, he might sweep the board and everything, given how smart he is given how smart he is before he went insane. So
Yeah, but you did say as he is, all power. So
well, I know he does. He uses the Death Note, yes, but I'm basing off of this on like their intelligence and everything. Like how smart are they?
Yeah, but his emotional stability plays into that. If you're not emotionally stable, doesn't matter how smart you are.
Okay, he would sweep the board as well. Okay, how about this one's probably going to be obvious. What about L?
L
S class.
S class. It's mostly S class.
Close.
So S.
He's triple
so,
S. Yeah,
yep.
he's triple S.
He would win. He would win and sweep the board. And yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How about TN? We'll go with. How about TN?
Well, he got the third eye, but he will get disqualified if he cheats.
Yeah,
powers,
disqualification.
Yeah.
Wow, he joined Vegeta in that list. Oh man, this is not looking good.
You gotta consider some people only have their powers because of their genius, and other people are only geniuses because of their powers. So,
let's see. How about let's make this comical. How about Misa's up next? Where would we put Misa in all this?
See.
Okay, I got one answer for tier C. Mad Matt, how about you? What you say?
C.
Shiny?
C.
Fatal? Your answer, please. And thank you.
Gotta wait for
By the way, chat, you can join in on this,
Yeah,
just type
the delay.
Oh, there's a delay. Okay.
Yeah.
I forget the delay.
I keep forgetting there's a delay with chat and everything. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. I timed it. It actually varies, so don't expect it to always be 2 seconds.
Later on, if we're not gonna use StreamYard anymore, well, we might think about having Fugies, Like I'll have my own Fugi, you'll have your own Fugi, but I have an artist who can help out if you want.
I'm currently I can't afford StreamYard anymore, so I'm on Rumble.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we got our votes in. Alrighty, how about Fatal games? Sorry, I meant. Darn it. Sorry, I forget myself sometimes. Okay, how about Nami? Where would Nami go in this?
Nami, I don't remember much, but
I think she's sort of smart. Maybe she's a B.
So we'll put her in strong contender, but with crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's sort of smart, but she's always undermining herself by undermining others. So she's not that smart, Definitely.
How about Luffy? Let's get this out of the way.
Luffy.
Is he that smart? Or that lucky?
I'm thinking chaotic. Yeah. Because there have been times where he is an idiot, but oftentimes or not, he actually does really good.
Chaotic. Yeah, that's what I mean. A lot of it is luck. So chaotic.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Hey, what's up, Joker? Okay. How about for those of you, let's see. How about Android 17? Let's sweep it. for Dragon Ball here.
Disqualified. He's an android.
Well, Morley, he's gonna be.
He wouldn't care about this.
He wouldn't care about it. Yeah, he doesn't want to join in. That's Morley. I like it.
All right, so would get disqualified immediately. Alrighty. How about Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Is it wait a minute. Is it Joseph Joestar, right?
Well, it's
Yeah.
Joseph.
Joseph.
Well, I know as much as I know about JoJo, I could say he's too chaotic to predict.
Matt, how about you?
He probably would forget. Unless you tell him that he got a week to save the
I'm
world.
more thinking he would forget he was.
He's not as dumb as he looks, but he probably would just forget.
Forget he was on a game show. That's a good one.
Well, wow!
Remember-
Look at the board already. Holy crap! Go ahead, Shiny.
As for Senku from Dr. Stone, I think it's the most obvious is S, because you know how he's smart at science.
Yep, that definitely would be S.
Alrighty. How about Power from Chainsaw Man?
Disqualified immediately. She would not care at all. Disqualified. If you read Chainsaw Man, yes, she's dumb. She's an idiot. But she is smarter than she looks. But this, she would not care about one bit at all.
Okay, yeah.
I'm more thinking disqualified.
Alright.
Disqualified said it. All right, fine.
Yeah. How about Captain Hibana from Fire Force?
Okay, let's see here. Let's say strong contender, but with crack.
Crack, yeah.
Probably crack.
Yeah.
Strong contender?
We don't see often, but she's smart enough.
But the problem is she will crack at some point.
Yeah, she'll crack at one point.
Okay. So we got our answers in, and there we go. Alrighty. How about Hidan from Naruto?
I don't know about much Naruto.
Okay,
Pretty
I know he's like
Pretty sure disqualified immediately because he's a character from Naruto. Therefore,
I would say they mostly would forget because
he's a mid character. Nah, he ain't that smart.
yeah,
Probably
y'all can
just
tell
forget.
I'm not a fan of Naruto like at all.
Mhm.
No, but I'm saying most of the characters from Naruto would fail at a game show. Okay, they're not that smart. They're not that educated.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
And they like to yell a lot when they go around, and everything is important.
Alrighty. How about Satsuki from Kill la Kill?
Well, I think strong contender, but she'll crack at some point.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will
thinking
mark
the same
your
thing.
Let's see here. It's Sasuke Kiryu, so like,
Satsuke.
here's the thing: she is pretty smart in the show. Not gonna lie.
But she cracks at some point at the end.
Probably will crack at some point in the end. She might be a little bit hard to predict, but it's a strong contender, but not as strong.
Alrighty. Wow, we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 characters left. Holy crap, we're blasting through this.
Yeah.
I might need to make a longer one next time. But I'm liking how this is turning out, though. I'm liking how this is going.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you guys are actually putting a lot of effort and thought into this with everything up there. So, the next one's going to be Sailor Mars.
Sailor Mars is smarter than Sailor Moon. I'd put her at a B. She's not that smart, but she is smart.
Yeah.
Strong contender, but I mean, like, Mercury is the smartest out of all of them. So just saying.
Yeah. Just don't forget, Sailor Moon is a ditz who's bailed out often and mostly relies on luck. She would not. She'd crack. She'd either crack or, I'd say she'd crack.
Yeah.
How about
Usagi as a leader of the Sailor Scouts is not very good.
how about Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter?
A?
He's just evil. well, he's smart.
True.
Probably like the best first strong category for villains when you start off a show. Like, he is pretty smart, but
He cracks a
where
bit
would you
of a
put him?
creep.
Would he be too chaotic to predict, though?
Here's the thing:
Yeah, we got 2 votes for B.
He's a
we got
great
2
villain.
votes for B versus my vote for A. So down 1.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah.
So he is smart, but would crack. Would crack. So we got. Wow, tier B is like holding the cards here. This is hilarious. Look at the tier B contenders in here. Holy crap! We got Yamcha, Light, Nami, Hibana, Satsuki, Sailor Mars, and Hisoka. How about Sailor Venus?
She's smart. She does everything the Sailor Scouts does, but on her own. She actually solves crimes. She's just smart.
Mina
doing
Mina
the
is
fighting
best,
a whole year
best
before everybody
Sailor.
else.
Yeah,
So she
Sailor
knows
Venus is
everything.
basically best Sailor Scout overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
She could do it,
Fado,
yeah.
how about your opinion? Would love to hear your answer.
Yeah.
Isn't she correct? Yes. Is she
Yes.
chaotic to predict? No, not necessarily.
Hmm.
But she does solve things on her own.
Yeah.
And when some of them are trapped, she does rescue them.
Yeah.
Can't stay up very long, but I need to get something to drink to keep me up.
Sorry, man. So we're going for A?
I probably A, because sometimes
as pointed
she
out,
does
sometimes needs help.
she has a lot of good qualities going for her. She has everything good going for her. That's undeniable, and she has proven time and time again to be smart. If I had the other Sailor Scouts, I would put Sailor Mercury in the S tier if I had her here. But this was a slapdash here, so this is what I could come up with.
You're right.
But I promise though the next one's gonna be more fun once on the next episode we do this. Let's see. How about Tamaki from Iran High School Host Club?
Is he clever or
Well, it was fun, guys. It was fun, guys. But I gotta go.
Hey, Matty.
all right?
All right, Matt, thank you for coming on by, my friend. Good to see you
sorry,
again.
sorry I couldn't stay long.
No, you're good. I appreciate you being here. We all do. We're happy to see you. Thank you for participating in this. So I love the
No problem. No problem, Anime Night. See ya.
We will do more of this. Don't worry.
Yeah, make sure you put a mecha tier list.
I will. I am definitely coming up with the brains and everything of this going forward. Yeah, I'm just gathering everything based on feedback and all of that. So where were we on Tamaki? Where were we?
We're trying to figure out exactly
He's kind of
how lucky he is.
okay-ish.
Okay-ish. So you're thinking B?
Probably.
I think more of a C. It's more of a C.
Because Fatal says Tamaki plays the fool, but that's mostly an act that he pushes. Fatal says B.
I say C.
So we got 2 for B.
We got 2 for B, 1 for C. What you say, David?
Yeah, I'm thinking B too. So
That's 3.
Mm.
Shiny, how about you? If you remember correctly, if you haven't seen Around High School Host Club, that's also okay. We don't judge around here.
We'll just send you the link.
Yeah. Let's see. And we're down to 2 more. We got I got Sailor Neptune and Eve from I got Sailor Neptune from Sailor Moon and Eve from Black Cat. So we'll go with Sailor Neptune up next. She's actually pretty smart for her own good and knows when and is very observant from based on what I watched from the episodes with her in it.
Yeah, I was going to say she's hard because there isn't much of her. But what I've seen of her, I would probably say A.
Yeah, she would be too chaotic to predict. Joker, you and I have both been watching Black Cat lately, so I'm gonna need you for this. We got Eve from Black Cat.
Probably would crack. I mean, she's kind of smart, but she would crack.
She would crack. Well, look at that, guys. We got our contenders for the game shows in the split categories. So, based on this, in the S tier, we got Lady Subaru, Lelouch, L, and the scientist from Dr. Stone. For tier A, we got Mary, Yamenko, Vashta Stampede, Frieza, Luffy, Sailor Venus, and
Wait, how did he
Tamaki.
get up there? He's pretty dumb.
Well,
he thought. No, but almost in everyone's case, it's either Robin or Nami that has to get him out of case along with the rest of the crew. Remember, we're talking about a game show. So he would totally forget he's even in a game show. This is a game show? Unless you're talking about meat. He's a great captain, but as a smart individual, he makes a lot of mistakes. Granted, that's his positive charm about him is that he's very much of a positive guy.
I got a problem though. You didn't specify which game show. Are we talking The Price is Right? Are we talking Family Feud? Or are we talking about one of those titty game shows from Japan in bikinis?
Well, if we based it off of that, then if we based it off the titty one, we would probably be here all night.
Yes, it would be. I'm just saying.
We'll just say for the sake
something requires some intelligence.
We could probably do Jeopardy.
Okay, good. Because you got to qualify game shows. Sorry.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're reorganizing the board, putting all the boys in disqualified.
So here we go so far on what would happen if all these characters were on the Jeopardy game show. They for tier S yet again, it would be Lady Subaru, Lelouch, L, and the scientist from Dr. Stone. For tier A, we have Mary, Yamenko, Vashta Stampede, Frieza, Sailor Venus, and Tamaki. For tier B, we got hilariously, we got Yamcha. Light in tier B, Nami, Captain Hibana, Satsuki, Sailor Mars, and Hoshka, Sailor Neptune, and Eve. For tier C, who would obviously forget they are on the game show unless you tell them. Yeah, trivia. Thank you, Fail. Yes, trivia based. For tier C, we have Goku, Misa, Joseph, Joestar, and Luffy. For tier D, hilariously, we have Vegeta, Tien, Android 17, Power, and Hidan. in that order.
Mm.
But we can rearrange, though, folks. We can still rearrange. Or
We're not locked in yet. So if anybody out there has a objection, speak now or forever hold your pieces.
Actually, Lelouch would crack. Here's the thing. Everyone keeps saying, but he's smart. Playing chess does not make you smart. In his show, they have to keep telling you that, oh, you're so great at chess. Okay, does this translate to actual combat skills on the battlefield? Both no, because the villains always go like, well, who's taking us out? Don't you guys have the con links up? Aren't you guys realizing that we got a guy who's on heavy plot armor and his Gios ability is kind of overpowered a little bit? Yes, he can lead his little rebellion that he's got, but at the same time, you got to remember, a lot of the villains he go up against are cuckoo. You're acting a little dumb here. Are we forgetting about the finale?
You learn how to strategize, but still got to know some,
Go up against people like, are all these messages pre-recorded? And he just so happens to be lucky that they're saying exactly that he wants, like when he rescued Cece or his own, brother on the airship, that he so happens to sit down the exact spot, have a full-blown conversation, and yet somehow someone pulls up a gun on him. I'm like, how did you do this? Is this all pre-recorded? Oh, let's not forget he killed his best girlfriend's dad by accident. Whoops.
That's a whoopsie.
Accident.
Accident? Or how he drops a full rebellion just to save his own sister. You're about to win the war. Just go for it. No, my sister's more important. And then he gets memory wiped and everything until Cece rescues him again. So I'm like, are we sure he's that smart? Even the one time it's like, all right, they're showing the chess smash. He should win this. Because the show keeps telling me he's smart at this. Now he loses it right away. I'm like, oh, well, I guess he's not as smart.
No,
his ideas are there, but he's a little too ambitious for his own good. Like, are we going to forget about how the entire show relies on him doing what he wants to do, and the villains either forgetting or they just don't see the obvious flaws in his plans? In Akito the Exile, the only villain I remember, the main one, realizes that, hey, wait, this is him. This is who we've been looking for. Because he put on a fake name and he saw right through that. Huh.
Interesting. So you're saying he would crack, though?
He would be a strong contender, but he would crack.
Unless the game show is being written by the same writers that do the show. No.
Exactly.
Alrighty. What says you, David?
Yeah, I did forget that there were a couple of times he was saved by the fact that they didn't want him to be the bad guy, rather than they knew he was the bad guy. I think there was a little bit too much luck there, so gonna drop him a tier.
So we're gonna drop him. We're gonna drop him to tier B. Alrighty. So we're all in agreement that L is in the S tier.
I think it was unanimous. We're moving on.
Alrighty. So we already got tier S already checked off and approved. We're moving to tier A now. So these are the two chaotic to predict on the trivia game show Jeopardy. So we got Mary and Yumeko both from Kakaguri. We got them both there. We got Vash the Stampede. We got Frieza. We got Sailor Venus and Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club.
I was gonna say Vash is locked in. He would either drop a line and run away, or forget he was there. So he's definitely too chaotic to predict.
Uh-oh. How about you, Joker? What says you?
I think David said it exactly. I was about to say.
So he's good in tier A.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta remember, he's also smart too. Like he knows about
but
the,
half the time he'll
the
drop
angels.
a
He knows about all the whole angels.
Solve the situation.
Alrighty. So he's already locked in for tier A.
Sorry about my mic's been acting up.
That's okay. How about Frieza, where he is right now? Is he locked in for tier A?
I think so, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Already. So he's locked in for tier A. How about Sailor Venus?
I mean, Venus, that's my girl. I mean, she's in the right spot. Like you said, like she did the whole fighting a full year before everybody else. She is smart. She, even when everyone else is like gone, she finds her own way to solve solutions on her own without relying on the other characters. Like, again, she's been at it for a full year, so she has that experience. I think she should have been the true leader of the Sailor Guardians than the Sailor Moon. Just personal bias. That's my own opinion. So I'm like, I mean, she is very book smart. Like, that's Sailor. The other Sailor Scout's smart, but she's pretty smart on her own.
Interesting. Alright, so Sailor Venus is locked in for tier A. How about Tamaki? As far as like everything, is he locked in for tier A? Because there's still time to make
it more of a Fatal area.
Alrighty. So I will let Fatal answer this one. Based on everything, and that in fact it's a trivia game show like Jeopardy, so I'm curious to hear his answer as well on this matter. Because I know one thing, tier B is going to be very wild when we get to that. Okay, Fatal thinks he should drop to B. Okay. Wow, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We have a stacked. And now we're on to, okay, so tier S and A are locked in. Now we got to figure out tier B here because this is wild. We got Yamcha, we got Light, we got Nami, we got Hibana, Satsuki, Sailor Mars, Hyoshika, Sailor Neptune, Eve, Lelouch, and Tamaki.
Yeah.
So now, oh boy. Well, we'll go at it one at a time and figure out what we could do for each one. So, with everything in place, where does Yamcha still stand? Is he still on your guys' B tier vote?
I think he would be a strong contender. I think people do underestimate how, he was part of the OG crew before they kind of brushed him off to the side a bit. But I think he would be a good contender, but he would definitely crack under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, because remember how he got defeated from and Yamcha a lot?
Oh, I agree. Up next is Light. Fatal says he should go up to S, but that's just him.
And it's always B, so
I think he should go up to S. I agree with Fatal because people do underestimate how smart he was in Death Note. At least you could say the early parts before he starts to crack. But during those early days, like, he figured out how to use Death Note wisely. He planned things out. Yes, L got him in the early parts, but to be fair, he was just teasing him. I'm like, oh, you did use it. I didn't think it was real. But as the show progressed, it really becomes a great thriller. You want him to win at the end. Yes, he's evil, but
he made one fundamental flaw at the very beginning. He did not check if this was an isolation test, a grid test, to see in which area the deaths would occur, and isolate him and immediately pinpoint that he was in Japan rather than trying to obfuscate his location.
Exactly. That was his mistake. It's like, that's why I was like, oh, I didn't think you would do it, but you did do it.
Yeah. Well,
alrighty. So he moved them to tier S then.
I think he could easily do it.
All
Even
right.
when he defeated L at the end, it's like the Mad Lad did it. He won.
of course, he won.
now, as far as
And he
Nami
made a
goes,
strong case for like, this is why I did it. Look at how many like the crimes were being committed. He made a strong case, but at the end of it all, when it did officially end, it's like, well, you could say he was on top of the world, Ma. He made it, but then came crashing down. But I think he would win it. I still think he would win it.
alrighty.
Yeah, there's me Fatal going, yeah.
Alright, so we have that established now. Tier S is officially, or actually, we'll see as this goes. How about up next is Nami? Is she good where she's at, or what do you guys think?
I think she's pretty fair. She's
Alrighty. How about Captain Hibana from Fire Force? Are we good with her being in tier B?
yeah, fair.
Okay. The next one, this one's a bit unpredictable, but Satsuki from Kill la Kill.
I think she's fine where she's at.
Alrighty. Hisoka, I believe he's probably good where he's at right now.
Yeah. I'm playing like Fortnite on my Steam Deck, but it's
I
only, like,
heard it. Thought I heard you say that.
How about Sailor Mars? Are we all good with where she's at?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so tier B is officially locked in next to A and S. Now for tier C, the hilarious, the first of the many hilarious parts in all of this. Are we still gonna stick with our votes here, or are we gonna flip it up a bit? Because currently, right now, we have Goku, Misa, Joseph, and Luffy.
Oh, Luffy, I think, is locked in.
So Luffy is locked in.
There's Luffy all on the bottom. He's like, are you guys smart?
Luffy, are you guys still here? He's dead.
Guys, what you doing, guys? I just
Okay.
for the meat.
How about Goku? Like, for the sake of everything, for Goku.
You know what? It would be funny to see him in the show, but I almost think like with Vegeta, he should be disqualified. But then again, Goku would last just a bit longer than Vegeta, so fair.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the end, he'd be standing there going, guys, where'd you go?
Where'd you go? And then we get the Goku and Vegeta meme. Let's fight. Let's fight.
Yeah,
in a place
those
that's
two.
empty. Perfect.
Yeah, those two. So you put those two in the same show, it'd be straight out fight. So, yeah, there is that problem.
So Goku, Misa, and Luffy are locked in for. Would forget that they're on a game show.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Now for the tier D, the disqualified part. In the case of Vegeta, if you were to tell him that Goku was going to be on the game show, I wonder how he would react. Because remember,
That's what
Vegeta
I'm thinking.
Vegeta did want to be better than Goku in the earlier seasons and
That's what I'm
everything.
thinking. He would put up a fight. if Goku was on it. Otherwise, no.
He's definitely smarter than Kakarot. I mean, he's got the better wife. He's got the better dream.
So will we put him under?
No. But he would not do the game show. That's what he wouldn't even do in the first place if Kakarot wasn't even there. If he's not there, he's not showing up. If he was there, he would show up. But he wouldn't do it regardless. If there's no Goku, why bother?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So Vegeta's locked in on disqualified immediately based on both of those. Tien, I would probably well, I mean, it would greatly depend though on his smart, because he has shown that he is smart when he was like trying to prevent Cell from getting the other androids. So he does show that he is smart and knows the risk. But other than that,
I mean, he did help during the Saint saga. You know, he was willing to put his life on the line when we had Vegeta and Nappa showing up. So he was training with everybody else. So. And he was smart enough to be like, okay, well, you got to remember who's like going to come back alive or dead or not. So because of the Dragon Balls, but
Tien's a very interesting one, though.
I mean, for a game show, you'd probably be disqualified immediately.
Okay, so we have Vegeta, Tien, obviously Android 17.
He wouldn't care at all. He would just destroy everybody. He's like, always doing a game show, he would just kill everybody here. Power makes the most sense because I read Chainsaw Man, watched the anime.
Would disqualify herself out of her own spot.
Exactly, she would just disqualify herself.
Out of her own spot. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, guys, this is the final board for this is the official board to this tier list game. This is the official board. We got a lot of tier B really racked up a lot of people in that one setting. That's actually pretty hilarious. We got Goku still holding on. Vegeta is out, Tien is out, and so is everybody else to tier D. It'd be very interesting. It'd be very interesting how this would play out on the game show, though. It'd be very interesting. I'll pass the baton around. Joker, what do you think of this board? Is it up to standards and everything?
I think it is fair, up to standard. After all, this is the test run, and kind of gives you something different than just naming like, oh, who's better or who will win in a fight. Like, we're thinking outside the box. So, like, I think a lot of them are interesting picks. Like, again, Frieza is still to me the weirdest one, but it's like, he is smart. He did control an entire planet on his own, and then blow it up when he realized, shit, there's more Saiyans being born. I'll just blow you all up. And then he shows up, he's like, hello, monkeys! But then again, because of the unpredictability, it would also be the most controversial choice, but also probably the best episode of the entire season.
That's a fair assessment of him. David, what do you think about this final board? Is it up to your standards?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I can't really debate some of the characters. I haven't seen some of the shows, or I just, holes in the brain. But I was struggling with LaRouche because there's I realized that I definitely forgot how lucky he got. So it's fine.
Alrighty, Shiny, your opinion
about LaRouche?
About
the board.
The whole board. Is it up to your standard of how it would look like if they were on a game show.
That's a
Just
possibility.
yeah. Alrighty, I'll accept that answer. Fatal, our favorite person. I would love to hear your opinion. Is this final board up to your standards in terms of the trivia game show? If all of these characters right here that were randomly picked out were on a game show, has this matched your criteria? Are you good with it?
Bye, Betty. Betty Commander is saying bye.
Oh, hey, Batty. All right, Batty Commander. Thank you for coming on by our wonderful person.
I just say right now, I defer to the opinion of the council here. Because I've barely seen any of these.
Yeah, but we can agree we would put Zulu in the D list, right? Oh my. Yeah, one trick pony, man. That'd be his answer to most questions. Oh, Sheepy Shane thinks there's a character out of place. Or two.
Let's see. Okay. What two characters are misplaced, Fatal? Go ahead. Let your opinion be known. Overall, this looks really good, and this was a lot of fun to put together. I'm actually
pleased with it. Very pleased. Very pleasant.
Yeah, and everybody really. I made you guys really think about it. I made you guys really think.
Yes. But I want to give you a bit of a laugh while we're waiting for Fatal to put his whether or not he wants to actually put his 2 cents in and say why he thinks that Light and Lurish need to be changed. It's official. Snow White is now a flop, and it is a bigger flop than Joker 2.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow. Yep, I knew that was coming.
1,280 theaters dropped Snow White before it finished.
Yeah, I think mine dropped it about a week and a half ago, so thank God for that.
Yeah,
I think just hardly anybody was showing it.
Today it was officially Minecrafted. The last showings were ended by the looks of it. Nobody's reporting in, so if they're still showing it anywhere, it's 0 attendance.
Rachel Ziegler, back to Broadway with you. Yeah.
You're fired.
Well, apparently she tried, and people laughed her off the stage.
Whoopsie. All right, summer stock.
All right, we have an answer.
Alrighty. So Fatal believes that Lelouch is misplaced because he is very smart and has excellent grades in school. And Misa Amane, she is an idol. It's not uncommon for idols and models to be on game shows, especially in Japan.
True, but those are scripted events.
Her best for being smart is kind of slightly her introduction, how she used the Shimigami eyes at best. So I'm like, okay, that was pretty smart.
Is this a bikini game show? And Fatal said no. So she's not this class because bikini game shows are scripted events.
So based on the fact that she's a model, she would somewhat be a strong contender, but would crack probably in round two.
Yeah.
Would probably crack.
Without a script, she's done for.
Yeah, I could easily see. We could easily put her in based on the fact she is a model, and Fatal is correct on that regard. Because there have been times we have seen models and everything, both in Japan and here and in a few other places. Other than
they're
that,
all dumb. I'm just saying it's
Japanese game shows are rather
event, they do
sadistic
better.
anyway.
Yep. So I do agree on that one. And Lelouch,
Too much luck.
He's got a lot of luck.
Yeah.
Too much luck.
I would put him up in. I would probably put him up in A because he would be a bit unpredictable at times where he got lucky, or it was actually a smart guess. Because Fatal did say he is smart. He is smart outside of everything else.
I'm not disagreeing there. I'm just saying not S class because he's not S class smart.
Yeah. So we have Misamane in tier B. In tier,
hey,
we have Misamane in tier B based on the fact that she is a model and everything. Based on that, so she is there. But I do agree she would probably get annihilated throughout the game. Like she would get annihilated throughout the game because she knows Sakura TV and everything. She knows what that is and a few other things. So she's not exactly. She wouldn't forget that she's on a game show. So I would safely say, based on those two traits alone, she would be tier B, solid. Based on that alone. However, the other three, Luffy, Goku, and Joseph, Joestar, would probably forget that they're on a game show. They would probably forget. So after some switching around and everything, this is 100% the official board for the tier list of what would happen if all these characters were on a trivia game show like Jeopardy and everything. In this in this tier style order. Overall, I like how it looks. I'm proud of everybody's participation.
Yeah, true.
I'm proud of everybody's participation through. It's okay if you don't know the show, but the answers are greatly appreciated.
Okay.
I wish I had more time to add characters. Like I said, this was all slapped together as a test run, but I'm very happy with the results. So I will be more than happy to do another one. We could do a different tier one based on everything involving anime. Or
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It would be, and I did promise Bob we would do a Star Trek one, solely just for him, and because I'm gonna challenge him though. I am gonna challenge him because I'm gonna host it and watch him put his brain together and see which goes where. And then for the anime and gaming ones, it's gonna be exactly like this. We're gonna do like possible scenarios here and there like this, but also I do have one planned. It's gonna be the chest size tier list, so that one's gonna be coming. But I'm gonna have to find SFW ones because I want to respect the rules of the site that I'm using and everything. I want to respect the rules.
You don't want to get bunk, of course.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we can find some SFW ones and go from there. It would match up with Fatal's Booby Jeopardy. It would match up to it. So it's like a nice spin-off inspiration of that. So Fatal, thank you for the inspiration. Appreciate that, but it's gonna be a lot of fun because there's a lot of contenders out there, and I know everybody is gonna be arguing both in the panel and in the chat and comments. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and speaking of chat, Kermit is asking for a link.
Well, we're practically done with the tier thing, so I'll go ahead and pull that down. Overall, guys, your honest opinion, do you like this new set, this new
I like
this
it.
New tier thing like this change of pace, this new set, because there's possibilities that we could go with this and it would still be fresh, it would still be new, it wouldn't be the same, it would be very different. So David, your thoughts?
I like it. It's really good. I was just thinking what else to do because you don't want to do game shows every time. How about next time we do sports, or you want to do the Trek one?
We could do the Star Trek one for the next episode
Yeah.
tier show because we all want to see Captain Bob, like we all want to see him like really debate and argue with himself on this.
With his
Come at me. Come on. Yeah.
Because we want to see how he would fare against the tier system and watch him crack. Be like,
I
wait
have
a
a trick
minute.
question.
How many times would Bob crack under the tier system of
Bring
Star
it,
Trek?
jabronis.
Joker, your opinion on this
I
one?
mean, it was a fun nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Fatal, would you like to see more of this, my good friend? Would you like to see more of
Shake
this?
your head.
I can accept. Oh yeah, that's a proud yes. Wow, he came right out of the gate there, Fatal. Wow,
Some big sticky jockey here.
So, so with that said, I will happily bring this back. I will definitely bring this back. I'll prod around some ideas. Like we could also do like multiple scenarios. Like we could do like put our put the anime characters like in a horror setting, like a slasher setting, like Friday the 13th or some shit like that. Make it a bit interesting, but I would have to disqualify the highly intelligent ones and base it like on like side characters that we do know about. I'm gonna try and keep it to where it's characters that we are all familiar with. That way, it's not
a good one. I know. Misa. I just can't remember. What? The characters from what is it? S-Rail.
That one is a hit and a miss. I'm playing that one still, so I'm not too familiar with it.
Side characters you could throw in from that. See whether or not. How would they do
you know what? You know who I forgot to throw in there? I forgot to throw in Bulma and Chi-Chi and Launch. I forgot to throw them in that mix. That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious.
Well, Bulma would be a two.
Hey, yeah, chat voting. There you go, anime chat voting. Make a note.
I can
All right, guys, I'm out of here.
I can add them to the common ones, so they will be added to the common ones. It's just like I mentioned, it was slapped together. Thank you, David, for coming on by. Good luck to you, my dear friend. We'll see you again.
Too,
thank you for participating in this. Appreciate you. It will get better over time, and there will be characters that you do recognize. So just to keep it fair.
Don't worry.
But I'm genuinely excited for this. I am genuinely excited. I just need to come up with a tier system for Captain Bob regarding Star Trek, and seeing. I won't add any of the new stuff. I'm gonna strictly keep it mid 2000s, like up to the mid 2000s. Just keep it to that, because Discovery and all that garbage I couldn't watch. For the life of me, I could not watch Bob. I couldn't watch it. It was so bad. It was cringe beyond belief.
I bailed on Discovery, and I have yet to watch more than 2 episodes.
And Picard, I love Patrick Stewart. I love and respect him, but even he couldn't save that show.
Yeah,
the only decent one is season 3. Season 1 was clear they never watched the episode they're supposedly based it on. Season 2 I didn't even bother with. The only thing but in the recent stuff was really Lower Decks and Prodigy. And again, season 3 of Picard. That was it. Everything else is a total waste of film.
Yeah.
somewhere there's some poor, richly deserving porn films that went without film because this atrocity was made. So,
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna get something to drink. Captain, you're in charge at the moment.
All right.
We'll keep the conversations going.
all right.
I will be back.
Yeah,
Or
I
we'll
do.
talk about what's going on in gaming.
I haven't been hearing much because I've been looking much.
Yeah, because you know
Not-
how
not really
Nintendo
my
got.
deal.
To think about it, the Switch prices went up, which is kind of like it's okay. Like but problem is, it's not that if it's not that if it's I tell you if it's not too powerful, it doesn't need to go up. And at the same time,
Mm.
like why you pay $80 for a video game, which is ridiculous.
I've always thought it's ridiculous.
And that's why these idiots who pay $70 enabled Nintendo to do the $80 games.
Well, the thing is that you have to remember is that when it first jumped from 60 to 70, everybody called it out correctly. You knew why it was jumping. They blamed it on the lockdowns, which is not all that true to begin with. It was that, well, the budgets keep exploding every major release or something.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon these days to see a brand new title sell. Oh, we sold about $2 to $3 million, or 3 million copies. But then the production team is like, yeah, we're gonna fire a bunch of people now. Like the studios, these higher ups, are firing so many employees. It's like, well, I guess this failed for them because they get to keep their jobs. The main developers are the ones who get to suffer a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's been overpriced for decades, frankly.
Exactly. Like, even my own father saying $60, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, back in the day, like young little me would be like, but it's a game I want. But nowadays, I clearly can see where he's coming from. So even I'm agreeing that it's been overpriced for so long that now it's getting ridiculous. This hobby, it's easy to get into, but it's getting expensive.
I think they may have started based on like when home video first started coming out.
Yeah.
And a VHS of any movie one was like $70-$80 because they were only selling a handful of them to like places like Blockbuster and other video stores.
Yeah.
When they went mass market, then suddenly it's down to like $14-$15, for a movie. The video game market never caught up with that for a lot part. We were still doing like they're only doing rentals. Nobody rents games anymore.
But sadly, my video store pretty much lasts probably. I think it was just before the lockdowns happened, or was it slightly after? I can't.
Well, let's just go back to the '90s.
Yeah, to be honest, I think most
a lot of great titles.
To be honest, most Blockbusters have been shut down because of streaming services, which is an issue,
Yeah.
I mean, ours lasted for quite a long time, even during the streaming eras, because I think they were able to get a hands, or like they were still able to put out some of the streaming, not all of them, some of them, like the more popular ones to the DVD era. So I'm like, yeah, that was helpful. But when you got all those deals signing in, like Netflix with Marvel with their deal for a while, and then like, oh, Disney and HBO, they want to get their own streaming sites. I think that's when it finally, took more convenience away, and then they announced as well. They also got bought out too. So
and not just only streaming services. Think about libraries as well, because you know how libraries they say you get all those videos and DVDs for free, and same thing for movies.
Yeah,
that's the other part of the problem.
Used to walk out of the library with a stack of DVDs.
Yeah. I still remember getting a few games and movies that were like at my video store that now I can actually buy it. So it was very convenient back in the day, even like when they were shutting down and doing the big final sales and everything. I remember, this is still true, I was going to get 28 Days Later. Yes, we had 28 Days Later in our store, and I'm like, that's the movie I want to get, but it's probably not for sale yet. And lo and behold, when I go try to find it, it's already gone. So someone beat me to it. And I was like, damn it.
In your own damn
It
store.
would have been so cool to have this for my collection alone. I have a copy of 28 Days Later, a copy that's so hard to find these days.
And
But
to be
it's sad, like this is how it is. But now because Nintendo wants to increase the price, Microsoft just recently increased the price for Xbox, and now some of their games, it's like this is ridiculous.
it's
But
only
now,
Nintendo's fault.
because
That's
of
one
that,
thing.
it's the whole Rockstar debate of how much you want to bet they're going to sell GTA 6 for $100.
$100.
It's going to
Most
be that way
likely.
because the consumers are going to make this. Well, this is just the norm, guys. Like I'm not paying $100 for one game. 80 or 90 is still ridiculous enough. $70 is still ridiculous.
60 is fine. 50 is fine.
60 right now. I'm like I'm missing my $60 price right now, but 50, like 40 or 50, like that's a steal right
Hold
then
on.
and there.
Wife is screaming.
But even though I'm a PC gamer, but I do buy games that are cheaper than 20.
Yep. There's a lot of great sales on Steam where you can find them, though it's still ridiculous. Some games are still charging at a $60 price tag, which like just reduce the damn price already.
Yeah. I always want to get Doom Dark Ages, but I'll rather wait when it gets cheaper.
That's a fair point. I'll definitely. There are some games that I'm still waiting for that I'm just saying that I'll get them when they're a little cheaper because right now it's not great. So I hear some people going like, "Well, I already spent money on that. Then why'd you buy it right away?" Like, to me, I'm not getting the Nintendo Switch 2 yet until there is a price drop or a better model comes up because I think it is a rush console. Like, I like that it's finally at a decent horsepower right now. It's got a lot of good games that are coming, but the
the
battery
problem
life,
is with
to me,
the
the problem is
backward,
the battery life. To me, the problem is storage.
yeah. And the other problem is they say, oh, most Switch games are not gonna work on it because of
That's
the
bullshit as well.
yeah.
I mean, literally, Sony 99% of the PS4 games can work perfectly on the PS5. Even Microsoft, with their backwards compatibility program, that is a godsend. Granted, some of them need a little patch here and there because some of them are a little unstable. Looking at you,
Yeah.
Saints Row 2, like, oof, that was rough to play.
And the thing is, I don't even own an Xbox because I already sold my 360. So maybe at some point, once I get a Series X cheaper, I'll just get it. Just in the way I want to. If I'm not on my PC or my Steam Deck, I'll be like playing on the TV or somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm not getting the Xbox until they lower down the price.
Unfortunately, it just went up. So it went up by another $100. So although because nowadays, right now, a PS5 should be $100 less, if not $150 less. Same thing with the Xbox Series lineup. That should be $100 less, but no, they're still at a very high price point, and yet everyone's complaining. But it's like,
And the thing
unfortunately,
is, they should just compete against
they should
Nintendo
be
and win.
cheaper now, but they're still expensive as hell.
Yeah. But anything, I should have just got the Xbox much earlier than I thought, to be honest. But it's too late for that.
Okay, I'm gonna play around with my avatar here.
I mean, the industry it will collect because a lot of things are now catching up to it. Like consumers are definitely finally waking up. We're finally a lot of them are saying, "Speak with your wallets. You don't have to buy this now. You can buy it later, or just don't even bother with it," for which is very much welcome. A lot of these games, some of them may be good, some of them may not be good, but I think a lot of people are just saying, "Nope, I think I'll just pass on this." Good. And a lot of the AAA studios are just having controversy on a monthly basis. It doesn't go away. Like
And the other thing is, not just only video games. Remember, right now, Target is joining the scalpers along with GameStop because they just they just want to go increase the card prices on Pokemon cards, as in the sealed products, not the card itself, just the booster packs, the special editions, the EDPs. You name it. It's like,
I've seen videos. People
yeah,
just running right in and just buying everything, and it's like, well, good luck with that.
and
But
I think,
the value of the card is going to drop down regardless.
yeah,
It'll be cheaper now, but then it'll be dropped like in a half.
and And what I heard what goes on with the black and white set in Japan, they gotta make every Pokemon card like have their own, illustration art rare. That means it's not it's gonna tank, to be honest, which is a good thing, but at the same time it's gonna be a good return to the consumers, to get those cards, to be honest. And the cards they didn't recover because these scalpers, they're thinking, oh, they want to make $20 of each pack or special edition, but in reality, it's easy to just get a job and you can make at least $20 per hour or every few hours, to say.
Mhm. At the end of the
Now,
day, they're doing the get money, get quick scheme. Right
yeah,
now, the hot thing right now, it's cards. But to me and everyone else, we might say, no, it's not cards. If you know, gold is more valuable, like nickels and dimes. Well,
yeah,
depending on some of that stuff, or it might be worth something a little bit more later down the line. So
yeah.
when
I've
you
been
invest in
collecting all the
actual
copper
something, even though
pennies.
yes, the price is going to vary, but can always be in flux. But you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah. And the main problem with all the situation, these people, they're allergic to jobs because the problem is they listen to those stupid 4chaners say, "Oh, you get a job, you become a slave, a wage slave." That wage
Listen
slave
to the
nonsense.
gurus, these fake gurus that are
Mhm.
they have a lot of fake stuff, or they're just like, yeah, I can turn a quick profit, like because the market value. You've been in the game long enough to know what's going to be hot right now, and then when it drops, you immediately sell everything.
Yeah, like everything at a loss. But here's the thing: it's better to do is just buy stuff when it's no longer printing anymore. That's the better idea. Once it's sold out, that means you could sell them the higher price when it's not print anymore. That's how the game works. Like I seen some booster packs of Pokemon of old sets, they're like $100 each or more. But I'm just saying to myself, like, look, it's their investment. If they want to keep it sealed, but if they open it, well, they gamble out of their luck of their money. To be honest, that's what I'm saying. And to be honest, these scalpers there open up the packs and just like basically get the rare cards, get some money back, and sell the book for some chump change, whatever. This is much easier than which I've been doing a lot, like open up and separate which are the rares, which are the reverse rares. Maybe I'll sell the bulk anyway, just for some store cred, chump change.
Mhm.
But I don't get why they don't do that anyways. No, they just want to sell it that's sealed.
Sometimes the seal stuff can be, it is a gamble. You never know what's going to be in certain packs. So it is a gamble to figure out what could be in it, what could not be in it.
Yeah,
Some stuff, like even to me, I appreciate a lot of the more older generations how the cards were drawn because I think there's some fantastic artwork in some of the older cards that you can find versus some of the new stuff.
yeah,
And simpler times, when the game was young, when Pokemon was young, or it doesn't just have to be Pokemon. It can also be like anything. Like we said, like the card value is one thing, but if there's too much of that, you lose a lot of stuff. Again, the easy examples is to use is people can say baseball. I'm like, yeah, baseball's one thing, but do you know whose memorabilia is not as expensive? So Babe Ruth, because everybody had Babe Ruth. Everybody was going
Yeah.
for that. So it's not quite as valuable. If something was really rare, then we might go, ooh, okay, let's see what's worth it. But that stuff isn't quite as valuable. Trying to find some of the other stuff could be a little bit more tricky and challenging.
That's true.
Alrighty. Fatal is going on patrol. He'll be back later on. But
Yeah,
so where are we discussing? Sorry,
we were talking about gaming prices earlier ago with Nintendo and auto video games, and also with with what's going on with the card market and how the hobby's getting wrecked, to be honest.
Oh, I agree.
Because to be honest, it's like, man, I don't know how greedy these people are. Like scalpers, what I'm trying to do is try to still take away people's Pokemon cards without they don't have no awareness that there are some real fans, some kids want Pokemon cards. Or no, they just want them for themselves to just make money. But to be honest, like, look, if a scalper bought it, sell it for like a ridiculous price, and then they had to pay off part of the credit card debt and also pay off the. Sorry, sorry about that. So let's say this: they just want to pay off part of the credit card loan debt, and at the same time, they had to pay the fees from eBay or whatever site they're on, but the only return they get is $20. You know how ridiculous and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna feed my kids." Why buying a lot of Pokemon cards and feeding the kids is a way to do that? Makes no sense, in my opinion. What do you think?
The scalpers have been a real nuisance lately. Because with everything going on and the fact that they fight out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It goes to show how childish they are.
Yeah. That's the truth, because the thing is, it's like, man, and now like how corporations becoming scalpers themselves as well because of, let's say this, with the scalper, no, that with corporations like Nintendo, they just want to try to do the price hikes on the games and all the stuff.
That they do.
Yeah.
And then they look at us like, oh, how dare you try and have fun. Which is why I don't follow the esports tournaments anymore, because of how bad it's gotten and everything.
Yeah. And at the same time, I don't let's say this, I don't even let's say this, I don't even like play much video games as much since I got so much backlog. Which I don't get why they thinking, oh, $80 is enough for a video game, or $90 or 100. That's ridiculous, because problem is it's the consumers who bought the $70 games enable it. I'm just saying.
Well, there's that too, but it just goes to show that well, the corporations are like, oh, let's raise it to 100 and everything. It's like no one in their right mind, except the diehard fans, which are very few and far between, mind you,
Yeah.
will buy it. Like, me and Joker made the comparison to the sports games like 2K, NBA 2K with their LeBron, always LeBron James. It's never anybody else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when it's somebody,
wise,
Yeah.
and on top of that, many, and the reason why I don't follow esports anymore is because of what happened to one of the people who were there. He was on it wasn't it was Optic. He was on Team Optic. It was during Call of Duty 2019.
Yeah.
There was a video going around of him. They were like doing the tier list of like the Call of Duty games throughout the years. And and Scump said, and Scump was not wrong in his what he said. He is not wrong. He did state that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 was absolute garbage. It was counterintuitive, and Warzone did save that game very hard. And it's not, when you look at it now, it's like, well, it really did. That mode really did save Modern Warfare, because that would have flopped. But guess what happened, though? He got fined for his opinion.
That's really stupid.
I don't know. I don't know.
Say that again. Say that again.
He got fined for his opinion. He got fined because
what is the context of all this? It's like you get fined for having an opinion.
Because because
you gotta explain it better.
You. Damn it! Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, so Optic Scump is his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's on a pro Call of Duty League team called Optic. They are multiple time champions of the Call of Duty leagues. When Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 came out, there was a video of him with his team and everything. They were lounging on the couch, having fun and everything. They were doing a tier list of the Call of Duty games, like worst to best, kind of like how we were doing with ours. Scump, when the Modern Warfare 2019 game was brought up, Scump said right in the trash, because, and he states why, and he's really not wrong. He's not wrong, because he said it was counterintuitive of what you can do with the game and everything, and how it rewards you. It's all backwards. And he also states that the Warzone game mode really saved that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And come to find out, somebody, I don't know if it was team manager or somebody, got really mad at Scump and fined him, because there was a much later video of him speaking with Dr. Disrespect before everything about Dr. Disrespect came out. It was just the two of them gaming and talking. And you know what Scump said that caught my attention? You know what he said that caught my attention? He asked, Dr. Disrespect asked...
Damn it! Hold on.
Dr. Disrespect... Dr. Disrespect asked Scump his opinion on a current Call of Duty game, and he's like, I ain't getting fined again. To me, that's scary. That is scary, because it's like, what? We're on a pro league team. We can't openly criticize the game, even if we're playing for it, even if that's the game the tournament is based on. Hi, Kermit. Hi, Kermit. So in essence, Joker, it's really upsetting that this happens. Actually, here's a later example. There's a popular Yu-Gi-Oh player and a YouTuber by the name of Team Samurai. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you know who I'm talking about, Shiny. You heard of him, right?
Yeah, I heard Team Samurai. Yeah.
Really nice
Sorry,
dude. From
by
what
the way, for adding you so many times.
it's all right.
Yeah, I'm a little busy. Sorry about that,
I've
Kermit.
been waiting for ages.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Sorry about that,
Yeah,
Kermit.
sorry about that.
So like I was saying, he actually got in trouble at I think it was at one of the Yu-Gi-Oh League tournaments. I believe it was last year or
The World Tournament.
Yeah, it was a world tournament. I believe it was last year. It was last year at last year's world tournament. He got disqualified for saying "damn" because it was a really good play. It was a really good play by his opponent. He's like, "Damn,"
Yeah.
and that happens. It happens. Something slip, but they disqualified him for that.
For what?
For this, that's ridiculous. To be honest.
It's on his
You
channel.
have to simplify it. Like you got an English term, layman's. You know what?
Oh,
What did he?
So
I'm
during
trying to follow along. I'm like, what did you?
Hang on one second.
Also, also happy
May the force.
yeah, happy.
There we go.
Or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honestly clear with all said, because why they charge $80 for a game, because they're thinking, oh, it's not just the esports, because of streamers, you know, the whole deal.
It'll help. The good news is all this price rising will help the gaming industry collapse faster.
Yeah, and the thing is,
Well, whether that's a good thing or not, yeah.
And the
They
thing
are
is,
pricing people out.
And the thing is, you know, Doug Bowser is trying to make Nintendo woke. That's why I never trust a guy named a person named Bowser, regardless if it's the mayor of DC or the president of Nintendo of America. Because
good luck trying to get that going in Nintendo Japan.
Yeah,
that shit don't fly over there.
Yeah.
Well, it might now.
No, they don't do that.
They're starting in some areas. Aren't they starting to do that stuff?
They may be trying, but it's not going to take hold.
And the thing is, it's gonna die off soon anyway, or any other form of DNI.
Actually, it'll never fully die off.
Don't try to deny that, right? Because the thing is, they'll try, but weapon is not gonna go so well, to be honest.
The backlash is coming fast and furious. It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
It won't, but it'll never fully die off. There will always
It will.
be a show.
Well, only because there's always a handful of idiots. It's like, oh, the Earth is flat. It's all a conspiracy. There's all going to be a couple of morons in the corner doing that. But
there will always be a show or a movie or whatever that will have elements of it or fully of it. We all know that.
Yeah.
Well, again, it depends on how long longer they're going to get major backing, though.
But you get my. It will always happen to varying levels.
But the problem is, all this DEI stuff is basically corporate activism, and you saw Kitty's tweet Anime Night, because she's being harassed by a teenager who's been wasting her time advocate for her support of corporate activism. And the thing is, I told Katie about that child that has been supporting corporate activism because you don't know she's based that child's a slave to the limousine liberals, or I say the latte liberals,
Yeah.
or in other terms,
Oh, yeah.
champagne socialists.
But
Yeah.
don't they live in high crime cities? Where
But in
that
gated
all
communities
the
where the criminals can't get to, they just mess around with the riffraff. They don't go to
Yeah.
the riffraff. That's why
But what
limousine
about
liberal. They ride around, the poor thing.
the lattes from Starbucks or whatever?
They go
But the
through the
thing is,
drive-through.
the
Aren't
thing
they all
is,
frozen?
the thing is, like the thing is, the limousine liberals slash latte liberals, they're just fake ass liberals who are rich, to be honest, because they're not real liberals.
Nothing liberal. Nothing liberal about their idiots. It's totalitarianism.
Eventually the riots will, or whatever will, or the crime will get to their gated communities.
Well,
And
San Francisco is finally, the rot is finally getting point. Whoa, what do you mean it closed? These policies you've been pushing, they've killed off the city. Congratulations.
and
No,
and,
did you see?
and
Did you see a while back during the BML riots?
yeah,
They actually tried to go into Malibu, but were stopped by the sheriffs.
Well, yeah, the defend Malibu,
you know, the thing
up
is,
Compton, but
If they wanted to, I'm sure the after days they probably could have gotten through.
and the thing is, these limousine liberals, they thinking, oh, I care about your situation. Oh, blame on the orange man. No,
There's also
who was president the previous 4 years? It wasn't Donald Trump.
yeah.
There's also hilarious. There's also highly sophisticated gangs that are robbing all the wealthy places.
And the thing is, if you want to stop having limousine liberals ruining politics, how about we go to their place and cause a ruckus here?
Hey, be careful.
Well, again, that's where they got the good cops with the really good equipment, and they will use it.
But the thing
You
is,
want to do that shift? No, you do that over, not on Hollow Boulevard, where you come into Rodeo. No, you're gonna get shot.
What you say on a YouTube stream.
I'm just saying the way that
I know
look.
what you're saying.
We're talking hypothetically here, YouTube.
Yeah.
No one is advocating anything. For God's sake.
Yeah. And to be honest, these limousine liberals ruin everything. To be honest,
Well, yeah.
or I could say, and the thing is, the actual liberals, they see what's going on, and they were trying to speak their voice, but they get silenced by these rich, fake liberals. To be honest,
Because it doesn't affect them. They can,
yeah.
highbrows.
This
is how they should live.
Isn't it starting to affect them?
Slowly, and then again, also the fact of why. Let's just say the current president was the first Republican to win the popular vote in God knows how many years.
Yeah.
He did win the popular vote, and it was like Mark, we need to change this. Yeah, Mark, you still would have lost. Pay attention to the world around you, shithead.
I saw a meme where it was a conservative. I think it was supposed to be trying to talk about a actually controversial issue or whatever online somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then the mod banned them.
Yeah.
And then they were patting themselves on the back. And then Trump won.
Yeah.
And then by the popular vote or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mod was raging.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, the field note is it's not just every metric. He again won every swing state, won the popular every state in the union, even the ones that he lost. There was still a marked shift to the right in the vote.
Yeah, and right now is like right now the media and influencers trying to they're gonna blame the orange man for the tariffs because what happened with the whole life situation and say and the problem is it's not whole life's fault. It's not Trump's fault. It's the corporation's fault for having their stuff produced in China.
Well, they're also forget they don't know the tariff thing. That's a negotiating thing. That's what he does. He makes deals. He puts out things and negotiate.
I saw something.
They're just starting. Well, he's caving. No, he's not caving. They're coming to make deals.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of tariffs are never going to happen because they go, oh, we don't want that, and they work out something. This is what it's the art of the deal in live action played out big. He literally wrote the book. Okay.
I saw something interesting. I don't know how true this is, but Trump said he's putting since all the movies are being filmed overseas, he's putting 100% tariff if they're made overseas.
No, but to be honest, most European countries it didn't affect by the tariffs. To be honest,
that's the thing. It might be cheaper to film over there versus
he's trying to bring back the industry to the United States.
You know, there's things called tax credit incentives. I mean, why do you think Smallville was shot in British Columbia versus here in the States? Cheaper. Why do you think Breaking Bad was filmed in New Mexico?
I'm telling
cheaper.
You what I've read that Trump is doing the 100% tariffs on movies made overseas.
I'm not sure how a tariff would work on that because it's not really an importable good. It's
I
think there's a lot of charges going around that are like total bullshit too.
And to be honest,
throwing things out. He's doing this. He's deporting citizens. No, he's not deporting citizens. Okay?
He's not deporting citizens. And the problem is because all this is just like they were trying. Here's the thing: is if you want to get if you want to crack down on illegal immigration, you need like a warrant or something to get them.
And think about he's deporting children. No, the little 2-year-old thing. No, these are 2-year-old children. The mother is being deported.
Yeah.
And they're given the option. Do you want to surrender the kid to social services and find a foster home, or do you take the kid with you? They take the kid with them.
Yeah.
We're not just packing the kid in a diaper bag and shipping him off to God knows where.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, the whole thing about Maryland fathers. One, the guy was an MS3. Certainly been certified by 2 different courts as an MS-13 gang member.
Yep, and my dad knows about it.
And the only error in the thing was he wasn't supposed to be sent to El Salvador. They got supposed to be sent somewhere else. But it was supposed to be deported. And the thing is, he was an El Salvador citizen of El Salvador. They ain't giving him back. They want his ass.
Yeah, that's true. And the thing is,
the Supreme Court said we need to facilitate his return, not bring him back, just facilitate his return. El Salvador still has a very big vote in this.
Yeah.
They can't demand they hand over one of their citizens.
Kermit, come on.
Where were they going to send him? I never found that out.
He was a gangbanger. He'd been deported already.
I know they were illegal. No, they said they sent him to the wrong place. Where were they going?
I think maybe I don't know some other country, but it's like, oh, okay, sorry about that. Well, he's one of theirs anyway.
Yeah,
and again, and the president of El Salvador is very much, El Salvador is now one of the safest countries in the Western Hemisphere because they went hardcore against these gangs.
Yeah.
So MS-13, no, he ain't getting them.
Yeah, and
we're not even sure where we stuck him. We're so damn you bury his ass.
At least El Salvador is returning back to how it was, before the gang invasion happened. Because the thing is, my dad knew how El Salvador was corrupted like years ago because of the wars, and now gangs get in, and that's how it happened. And even though I am part Salvadorian myself, and you have to realize one thing for sure that, look. El Salvador wanted to get back in the tracks where it was without, any violence going on, without any crimes going on. And at the same time, no Bukele, he's kind of doing the same way as Gitmo's doing.
Mm-hmm. I also saw that Trump wants to refurbish and reopen that Alcatraz.
No.
Nah.
That thing shut. That thing's been a tourist attraction for like 40 years.
Yeah.
At least.
I mean, you can show them all the prisoners.
Well, if
Hey, what's up, MGTOW?
What's up?
Apparently, Trump just announced tonight that they want to make Alcatraz back into a prison again.
it won't gonna happen
Again,
because
That's a big doubt.
yeah.
if the only way that would work is, well, again, they like these scenarios. The tourists drop so sharply in San Francisco that, well, we might as well reopen it.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to it. Okay,
Unless they'll make a new Alcatraz.
You'd have to refer because now it's all pretty. Well, this is how the guys busted out.
I say
You have to refurbish it too much.
reopen Alcatraz and rename it Azkaban.
Azkaban.
Yeah, there's something in MythBusters when they did the thing of testing of the guys that busted out. Is everyone assumed these guys got out, and they went straight across? No, the current is too strong. What it did, if they got out, it carried them right across, and they got off on the other side of the bay, which is where they were not looking. They were looking again opposite side. They think nope.
That was a great.
They're not empty. They were over in Sausalito. Okay.
Yeah.
That was a great Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah.
And then they did what?
They got away. No, they're never seen again. They must have drowned. No, they weren't looking where you were looking, asshole.
Yeah.
Anime night.
Do you think they would have stayed in the country?
If they had a chance to get the fuck out, hell no.
On my journey to find shoes today, I come across several anime action figures in my local Ross.
Oh,
We have a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan with the broke arm, one-handed Kamehameha fighting cell figure. We have Chainsaw Man. That Chainsaw Man was fucking awesome. I'm thinking about going back and getting it. We have Spy Family, the little, I can't think of her name.
I need to watch that show.
There was a Limit Breaker Broly.
Yeah.
I've been so focused on the Blacklist.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah.
And then we had, I can't think of the guy's name from My Hero Academia. He's the guy in the black suit with the, what is it?
Hold on.
Scarf rope that's around his neck. That he can't think of his name.
I'm on season
Twice.
5.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna be.
Oh, sorry.
Get a call. But anyways, as I'm saying, like with all the situation now that America really needs to catch up and fix and try to wake more people up, because the thing is, consumers realize they need to learn to save their money, which is important. Because the thing is, like, to say, oh, I can't live without a next merch whatsoever. I'm gonna be honest here. Like, in my opinion, like, am I gonna live without the latest Pokemon card packs lately, or the next video game? Not really. I have everything what I need for now. Until the next, thing when it's like it's all dropped down and everybody can afford whatever they want, to be honest.
that makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. Like my main important thing is now, so I have 2 VTuber models is almost completed. So the first one's about to be completed in June. The second one is the Eevee one. It's going to be completed at some point later this year.
Okay. Some of the stuff got left behind me.
And the thing is, look, at the same time, I stopped buying Pokemon cards and video games very much because of, I have other things to buy, and at the same time, I have more money to save.
Okay, sort of a parting gift when moving kid sister across town. Gonna make me bigger. So I can show some stuff up.
Alrighty.
Some of the stuff I think when she was doing this with these collector boxes, little pins here. We got the
Ooh.
this is a loot boxes thing. Is Groot. Here's
You have a lot of
here's the Star Wars one there.
stuff.
Nice.
You have a lot of stuff on your shelves.
Yeah, I do. Too much. Oh, here's that's just an Alien versus Predator thing here.
Some of it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that
Some
looks
of it
nice.
Some of it you probably get a lot of pennies for.
No, a lot of it I got cheap, so it's not really worth it. Got a few patches.
Ah, the BB-8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one got
Nice.
on there. This one I rather because little Galaxy Quest thing. It is a uniform patch.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
head start
would go great. Would go great with the cosplay of it.
a head start on doing a cosplay on that one, and also
Yeah.
little time. Besides, I showed the Millennium Falcon earlier. But some Pokemon cards.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be honestly clear, like
I think this is like 25th anniversary because a little in the back
Yeah.
here you got whoops, hold on.
Yeah.
And well, that's on the cards. But
You know, to
we
me,
got
the Pikachu line is kind of useless in the games.
but he's the mascot of the show. So
and
But
also
top the mascot, which they
but we got here
Papilio.
Papilio. Yeah, Piplup, and little sparkly ones here.
Piplup.
Yeah.
nice.
I got Scorbunny.
Piplup's final form is powerful.
It is.
I got Froakie.
Froakie.
And then we're into the regular ones here. Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Sweet.
And we got a whoops.
Yeah.
There's a Fennekin.
Fennekin.
That
Yeah.
final
Big
form is
Fennekin.
powerful too.
I got a Chimchar.
Chimchar.
There we go.
And a regular Popplio.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And a regular Scorbunny.
Yeah.
Charmander.
Hey, the classic.
Yeah.
The classic.
Charmander can be. Charizard is extremely powerful for it.
There's let's see.
Also what?
Also what?
What?
Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Yes.
Some of those starters were powerful.
Yeah, they were.
Trico.
Trico.
And
Mudkip.
Mudkip. Regular Piplup.
They have
Another Squirtle.
Yep.
they have over 1,000.
Oh boy.
And Rookie.
Rookie.
They apparently have over 1,000.
1,000 Pokemon already.
Yeah, I remember it was 400, I think.
I remember it was just 150.
Oh yeah, back then it was like 150.
Yeah, I think it was
now
like-
it's like, dang.
No. It started the very first games. It was like 100.
And at the end of the
Yep,
might be a little box
151.
right here.
Yeah.
Yep, 151 Pokemon. Yep. That's what they
151.
started off with.
I think it wasn't,
And to be honest, like
No.
these
Actually, it was 150 or 100. Then they added Mewtwo.
no.
and to be honest, I'm
No,
just
it
gonna
was
say
like, it was
that.
like 100, when I was working at Texaco, and someone had the bright idea to start selling Pokemon cards. I was like, yeah, and there was the Japanese cards. It wasn't even the American. It was
Yeah.
That was a fun time. Just for giggles and grins, I drew up and one more Texacon. It was basically star-shaped thing with the Texaco colors.
Oh dear.
It's like, what the hell?
But I'm gonna tell you this is like, you know, with the tariffs, it's a good thing that scalpers got scalped because the thing is, but at the same time, people are still upset of you know, they can't get their stuff that is made from China.
So, supposedly, China is in turmoil.
Yeah.
Well, because it's not working out the way they thought it was going to. They thought they'd get everyone to get on their side. And no, everyone is now scared to make deals with us. Apple is moving its production to India. That's a big blow right there. Yeah.
Boy.
Oh.
So and China is already, you know, because they were going to slap back with a bunch. Now they've already exempted a lot of stuff from their tariffs. Because
Yeah,
the stuff they need. I was like, well, okay with that. So yeah.
Hey, Snoopy.
Yeah, she needs a poo. Is starting to cave. Okay. Yeah.
Do you think he'll be eliminated before he caves?
You never know. It's communist China. They go through leaders like Pop-Tarts sometimes. What?
Show him the forks.
I just put them in the kitchen. I'm not getting up. Okay.
But anyways,
she got a couple. She got a couple of Star Wars folks. One says I love you, then one says I know. So,
to be honest, it's like, do I need to buy cheap Chinese products a lot? Not really, because I could live without them.
Well, that's the thing. It's like some other things. We have not really prefer to buy Chinese, but it's all we got is Chinese stuff. So let's bring some of the manufacturing back. Because we can't do that. Says who? Let me tell you something. Is when it was going through the whole rigmarole of them producing the 1-350 original Enterprise kit, and they got these email updates from Gary Kerr and other one. You know, just the nonsense they would go through, and trying to tell the Chinese plant. No, this window goes here, and trying to get the details right. If it had been in the States, it's like go down the shop floor. No, right here. See, yeah, okay, it would have been fixed in 10 minutes. Instead of having to get shipping test shots across internationally, wait till it gets back, do it over, and then back. Hope the hell they understand the translation.
I needed to have maintenance people here, and they understood very little English. And they spoke very. It was hard to communicate. Apparently, they were from Brazil.
Hey, welcome back,
The
Fatal.
interesting thing was the person who took my complaint spoke perfect English.
Well, yeah, probably outsourced the thing to someone.
Yeah.
They probably pulled a crew
from
Yeah, he can't talk. He can't really talk much because he's he's got a muggle for a coworker. So
they probably pulled a lot. They probably pulled the crew from another one of their properties.
Let me tell you, when I was in Orlando, working for shuttling around rental cars around from the drop off around to the pickup, get them up and pick them up. I was like one of maybe 5 people there spoke English.
Yeah.
The entire manager staff and all workers are all Spanish speakers. They don't speak a word of English.
That must have been hard.
It was. I didn't keep the job long because all the instructions I was supposed to check your schedule. No one said it in English. There was constantly being called. Yeah, can you come in today? Don't bother coming in. No one said they might check your schedule. If they did, it was in Spanish.
Yeah,
there was nothing but Puerto Ricans everywhere. Like there was. In fact, when they, the initial training, all the books they hand out were in Spanish. They had to go for an English language, training manual.
Yeah.
Like there's one gal there who spoke English, and she was Hispanic, which was from California. So, and unfortunately, didn't get to work with her much. They had 2 different offices, and all the English speakers were on the other office. So they're not calling me up. You didn't. You're not working. Well, what? Would you check your schedule? No one said to check the schedule.
How did you check your?
I don't know when. I don't know. I never didn't have to because they're calling me all the damn time.
Yeah.
When you going to come in today, or you going to come in early, or what?
Oy.
Whatever.
Yeah. Besides the point, with the VTuber Gargura kind of like graduated as in she left Hololive. Because we know how Color Corp has been under the shareholders, mostly BlackRock and other companies that just want to. And the thing on it, to be honest, is like they shouldn't be putting that company into public in the first place. Because if it does, it will mess up the quality of the entertainment industry.
Well.
Oh, you find this hilarious in California? You know that Luigi guy who supposedly gunned down that healthcare CEO?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has his own musical.
Yeah, they're making a musical.
They make a musical out of anything. You're idiots.
Yeah.
That's hilarious in a way, isn't it?
It's kind of cringe, to be honest.
Also, they almost bombed Lady Gaga's concert. Someone.
Why am I not surprised? I mean, I just saw a thing. This grown man now identifies as a 10-year-old Muslim girl cuddling a teddy bear. Like,
do I really care?
Only if you have a survival buddy, boy, is going to be laughing so hard before they throw you off the building. Okay.
But by the way, Joker, I am going to UwuCon this year. And look who's coming.
Who?
Steve Glum, Lissa, you,
the original Cowboy Bebop cast of the anime.
Wow.
You should have seen Joker's reaction when I showed this. He was like, I'm not angry. I'm not angry. And it's a character.
The bubbles, I'm not angry.
He was not angry. He claimed he was not angry, but I'm like, yeah, he's like, where's the set? I need to get there. I already met Steve, so I know who I'm gonna meet next.
Cowboy Bebop skins are back in the Fortnite skin show.
Yeah.
So apparently Tom Kenny's gonna be there.
Oh.
Maurice Lamarche. Yeah, he's gonna be there because I did meet Rob Paulson and I did say I do want to meet Maurice, so this is my chance.
Yeah.
And that autograph I showed you a while back, I'm gonna get that one signed. That is the one I'm gonna get autographed. So I have both of them on one. So I gotta figure out how to protect that one.
Yeah.
But and also
with Maurice LaMarche, you got to do his warm up routine for Brain. Starts doing the whole Orson Welles thing of the frozen pea commercial. And I've heard the actual thing with Orson Welles. Yes, he does it perfectly.
Apparently,
word for word.
Yep, and John Swasey is coming as well. He voices Death in Soul Eater, the headmaster. He voices the one of the guy is, I think he is getting used. He's the fat pink looking motherfucker, the fat pink one. Jasmine would know who I'm talking about.
Boo.
Oh, I thought that said Justin Bieber for a minute. I'm like, what the hell? So this is what is this? Milwaukee Con. Nice. I did Kate Griffin, Katie Griffin's going to be there. And Linda Valentine. Oh my God, so good to see them again. Joker, you would love them. They are
but I can't go unless I find somebody. That's the one thing. When you're not in the big cities, it's like, shit, I can't even go.
Damn, this is a star-studded lineup here.
I know, and I'm like, shit, I would go in a heartbeat, but nope.
August 9th through the 10th. If I wasn't going to UwuCon, Joker, I would make plans to go to Milwaukee. I would. And be like, hey Joker, get your butt down here.
I would be saying, well, I could. Well, do you have a room? I would pay half the room.
Yeah, I could probably do that as well. I mean, it's a 3-day con, so it would probably be on a good night. It would probably be 200-300 on a good night. But then again, it depends on like the booking, who's all going to be there, the hotel, how close we are to it. Meanwhile, if you came out here, I have room in the living room to sleep on. You would be fed, and we would take the light rail to the convention. No need for hotel.
There was a Comic-Con convention here this weekend. I never went, but maybe later in the year. It's over now.
Oh, I figured out the guy's name. It's Dodoria from Frieza's Force. He's with Frieza. He's the big guy. That's who he is. Oh, I cannot wait. This is gonna be so much fun. And also,
I'm gonna check
Oh my god!
the first episode out, but apparently Tales of the Underworld is on.
Nice. And also, this one really shocked Joker. Apparently, Japanese voice actor for Hiei and Link, Nobuyuki Hiyama is going to be there. So, lots of choices to pick from, Joker. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Any of them is okay.
But that's in October, though, and I have a feeling I'm going to need more room in this thing with the autographs that are coming, because I might need to get 2 of these. Is this right here is my pride and joy. But that being that aside, it'll be a lot of fun. Gonna be a fun event though. I've never been to UwuCon, but the good news is they do allow props. They do allow gun props. However, I did read the rules more carefully. As long as they're holstered and everything, then it's fine. Now, in terms of like poses and everything, I don't know how lenient they can get on that if it's just for a cosplay pose. But we will see. I'll ask around though. I know a few people who I can ask about. But we will see.
I'm gonna check out the Tales of the Underworld at some point.
Nice.
It has Cad Bane in it.
Oh, Cad Bane. Cad Bane. No relation to Darth Bane. No relation to Darth Bane.
Never say never. Oy.
And babe, what's the name of that con we have out here?
You're talking about was Denver Comic Con?
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it. It's Fan Expo or something, or
Is it safe to go to the con over there?
it's Denver. It's fine. Downtown at the convention center. And I think all the years of Starfest and StarCon, I think they finally trained the cops that no, they're fine. Don't count weird it is. Don't draw on them because they pulled a sword. Okay, the sword is probably made out of plastic.
Has anyone been eliminated because they had a sword?
One of the things we used to get as part of the briefing at the beginning of StarCon Denver was, again, they're told, I don't care how weird it is, if something is going weird here, somebody needs to mute.
Go ahead.
Okay. Basically,
Mike, go ahead.
It was something while back in the 70s that, I don't care how strange and bizarre you think a weapon is, if you draw it, some nervous cop is going to pull out and might be met with a 357 jacketed shell. Because you used to have things, this then during the 70s, they would have runs. A team of runners and a team of sandmen. Logan's run thing. And one fine day, one of the sandmen thought he saw a runner at the end of the, and this is all over. Ranging in the hotel in the parking garage, thought he saw a couple of runners at the other end of the parking garage. So Sandman pulls out his blaster, which he paid God knows how much at this for some dealer, and runner, and on the other side, Denver police, drop it now. And he had to watch this handmade prop that he probably paid a couple $100 for shatter into the ground. So don't. Do not draw your weapon, no matter how bizarre it is. It stays in the holster, the sheath holster, whatever. Don't pull it. And they started cracking down on stuff like runs.
Do they still do runs and whatnot?
No. Because of that.
He's lucky he wasn't shot.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. Again, just the monetary values. Like these,
What
that costs a lot of money. These just smashing them in pieces on the concrete.
Was the person?
This was like 50 years ago, so I don't know.
I mean, if their gun shatters and no one gets hurt, I imagine they wouldn't.
The cops are going, hey, they saw someone draw a weapon and order to drop it. He dropped it. It's not their problem. It's the fake and the shattered.
I don't know why I'm so excited.
Mm.
Oh, on vacation, I binge watched Downton Abbey.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
That was a dope show.
Loved it.
The end.
I've never heard Downton Abbey described as that, but okay.
It was kind of funny. because the one of the handmaidens and one of the ladies
got me.
were gossiping and giggling with each other about one of the staff.
Well, that's what they do. It's kind of
I imagine that happened a lot.
It happens. It's normal. It's like in any environment,
And then the staff gossiped among each other.
Mm-hmm. I said it happens at McDonald's. They start yakking about start yakking about the management. Everyone starts yakking about the owners. What are they going to do with this place?
And then one of the
Nobody here, right?
cooks
Not yet.
who never goes above the stairs except for her room
Mm-hmm.
was like, isn't it one of the ladies is having a child? And he's like, isn't it? And they're like, isn't it nice that there be a child, a baby in the house? And then her supervisor was like, what's it to you? You'll never see it.
It's not your job. You're never going to go near it.
You'll never go near the child.
Focus on your job. Don't worry about what they're doing up there.
Focus your attentions over there, man. You
Correct,
don't know.
Or more like that. You're not yet, but don't worry about it. Just keep mind your place. You're never going to see that kid. If you do, it means you walk down the wrong corridor. I'll guarantee you that. I got the card game ready to go if you want to try something else.
But one of the two of the staff were three, but two of the staff were locked up. One of them they suspected of him poisoning his ex-wife.
Well, we just can't have that on staff now, can we? Might do the same thing to us.
No,
that's
it was
just not
proven
cricket.
that he didn't do it.
Yeah, still, we just can't do that. The word gets around,
He returned to his job.
No. If you had the Granthams, you got somebody who poisoned somebody. We can't do that now.
And then they had some. And then they locked up another maid, the handmaiden, one of the handmaids, for suspicion on another man's death.
Mm-hmm.
Although she was attacked in the by him and was found by her supervisor.
Oh, by the way,
I'm calling Davenport. That's bullshit. You're the worst security guard.
What the fuck?
What the?
I'm just watching YouTube.
I don't know. I'm not in it.
Okay, who's being yelled at here?
And you're checking Twitter.
Not me.
You want me to come see me? I have no idea what's going on.
Anyway.
Fatal.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, and Hannibal?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm just watching YouTube.
Well, I don't know, but I don't care. Called me. She said she's gonna come here, grab my credit card. I don't know. She said.
This is why we don't hear Fatal talking much. He doesn't have good co-workers.
She got out of the car and come here. I have no idea.
Oh, I was wondering where that. Finally.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's all good. It's all good. All good.
Yes, we acknowledge he works with idiots. So yeah.
I found that hilarious.
Well, again, just since Downton Abbey is kind of the modern day version of Upstairs Downstairs, which is big thing. We just lost Gene Marsh, who was big.
It's bad enough we lost. It's bad enough we also lost Maggie Smith. That's still hurt.
Well, that's the way I'll put
Maggie Smith was in Downton Abbey.
Yeah, Lady Grantham.
She was
probably one of the. I love her. Yeah. I love her scenes.
Yeah.
I love her scene. She's just like she just has that she just has that don't give a shit attitude. Like
she's always
like stand.
I don't know, what do we call it, John? How about try with Lady Grantham?
she's also always plotting.
Oh boy.
Someone is always plotting someone in the household.
Mhm.
Especially and
Mhm.
and then and then shortly after after the guy who assaulted her left,
Mhm.
he died, and they
Yeah.
pinned suspicion on her for no
Yeah.
reason. She went to prison for a bit, and then they sent her to and then they released her.
Mhm. Well,
They never fully confirmed if
Mhm.
if she actually did it or her husband did it.
Mhm.
Huh.
Well, therein lies a tale that they can pick up with it later episodes for, I think.
Oh no, they ended. The show ended.
There's always talk of another thing, something will pick up on the.
No, they had 2 movies. So
Yeah.
They never dealt with it in the movies again or in the show again.
Doesn't mean they can't, though. They'll leave that thread dangling. They might have an opportunity later.
I'm not saying they can't or won't. I'm just saying what they've not done.
Mm-hmm.
In the final episode, although the weird thing is they the stupid episode warnings have sexual content, although you absolutely never see anything. Except maybe someone once bare chested from the and you barely see the chest.
Let's see. What are the cons out here?
Isn't that interesting?
Conventions in Denver. Okay. 2025. What do you got coming up here? Okay, yeah, Fan Expo, formerly Denver Comic Con, but I think the Comic Con people threw a hasty fit. Let's see, got.
I'm glad I got to hang out here.
Retromania Boulder 20. What that is exactly? I don't know. Genghis Con, that's a gaming convention.
And
Colorado Cosmic Con, that's a new one. Let's see.
They died. There was a prince or whatever that died where he shouldn't have died. And he died, I guess, heart attack. So they moved his body in the middle of the night back to his bedroom.
Okay, let's go to the.
Found him the next morning.
I don't know. Okay, we got Darkness Con. I'm guessing that's a horror convention. SoCo Horror Con is down in Pueblo. Nan Desu Con 2025. That's in Aurora. Denver, apparently, I'm guessing a furry con. Colorado Springs Comic Con, and this is going backwards. I'm going from December to August. That's in Colorado Springs. Fan Expo, that's the big one. That's in July. It's at the Convention Center. West Wars. Let me take a look at what this is. Annual Clubhouse for historical, mainly miniature. Oh, okay, the miniature gaming thing. Back that up.
Whoops.
Aurora Retromania. I guess old stuff. Creators Con. Let's see that one up here. This is Colorado Springs. The Pop Culture Convention in Colorado Springs, Colorado, geared towards cosplay, and always feature pro builders. We have events like pro wrestling, maid cafe, cosplay karaoke, and the typical celebrities, vendors, panels, and workshops where you can make things hands-on. So yeah, it's And let's see, Amazing Art Expo, Anime Onsen going on right now, actually. And
Oh,
Colorado Springs.
Did you guys see the? Are you guys watching Andor season 2?
No. I've heard it's good.
For one thing, we got rid of our cable.
We just had Colorado Anime Fest and Colorado Comic Con. So yeah, it's still a pretty active, con schedule out here, even with the loss of Starfest.
Cons bring big money to cities if they do it right.
Well, I
think Game on Expo, the 10th anniversary that I went to, that was a lot of fun. They got their act in order, and security didn't give me any problems this time.
Okay, this time. Next year, they're gonna be like, "This is sword's ours now."
Let me go ahead and pull this here.
Oh, I am nearly done. I'm nearly done with my Cosmo cosplay. I'm nearly done with it.
Here's what's going on, in Denver here.
I got you, Bob.
All right. Let's see. It is. Yes. Continue. Greg Capullo?
I hate it when they do that cookies thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you gotta accept this. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, fine.
Okay. Greg Capullo accepts Snyder. Okay, here we go. Shatner will be out here. Okay. Boyega. I like to give him a snug. It's not the fans, you moron. We were pulling for you. It's your fucking Disney that kept fucking up.
Yeah.
We have set us as though you weren't a Jedi. They let all the thing there and they fucked you over. Don't yell at us. Come on. Yeah, Shatner, Whitaker, Ashley Green. That would be good. She's like Tudyk, Jason Isaacs. Another I like to slap upside the head. Okay. Okay, I got all of them.
I'd like to ask him if he
ever get that body cast from
if he ever found that body cast.
Yeah, get him off of get anything but Star Trek. Don't get him up there. Okay, so Grant Austin. He should be playing the Flash. Fuck idiot. All right. Bruce Campbell. And let's see. Okay, whatever. Tudyk, Johnny Davies, Tom Welling. Ashley Green is actually a natural blonde. Okay. Whatever. You think Marsters, Jennifer Beals. God, he's read the nostalgia thing. Remember Hook? Okay. It's some anniversary for Twilight or something. That's why we got all these idiots. Okay. Ernie Hudson.
Probably.
And Dan Panabaker. Michael Rosenbaum. He has grown his hair out. So they'll put this picture up so you reckon, oh, he played Luthor.
No more Chrome Dome, huh?
No, it's only for the show. Good grief. All right. Martin Go. No Mercy. That's right. And I guess they're some big thing for the Flash too. Cobra Kai. And yeah, we got Jody, so might as well get her companion there too. And some YouTuber. Who the hell is this guy? If they're going to get YouTube, hey, why the hell am I not on this list? Okay, come on.
Yeah, right.
If that's your application, that's your criteria, for God's sakes, hey. I'd consider it a nice birthday present. Thank you very much. Come on.
Yeah.
Animation voices. What do we got here? Okay. The ones who apparently not going to be listening to the other guests. Yeah. Okay, I'm going Dante Basco. Well, Rosenbaum. He does the voice of the Flash. He's been doing it for a while. And Isaacs does everybody. The rest of these, I'm afraid, I do not recognize offhand. So There's Ashley Eckstein there. Anime guests. Let's see. Okay. Habercorn. Okay, very good. A name I recognize at least.
I think your page is stuck.
Spock on continues?
Yeah, he played Spock on Star Trek Continues, yeah. Is that just a celebrity that I looked at earlier? Yeah, okay. Gaming stars.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why Ashley Green's there. She does a voice on Arkham Knight. Isaacs again, Rosenbaum again, Tabercorn. Wasn't that? Yeah. All right, look at the comic creators here. It is ostensibly still a Comic-Con, at least theoretically. More than San Diego, the San Diego Comic-Con is like, where are the comics? They're way in the back, You got to get past all the media shit first.
In other words, it's turned into Creation Con.
Pretty much. It's why Chuck and my comics, they stopped going years ago. It's like, what's the point? People can't even get back here. Capullo, Joe Quesada. Let's see. Jay Lee. I never really cared for Jay Lee's style so much, Let's see. Timothy Zahn. Special guest. Okay. Yeah. Mike Barron. That's a name I've seen for a while. Greg Land, I don't know, because he's, he tends to steal a lot of his pen-up pictures from Sports Illustrated. Kevin McGuire. That'd be good, And moving on through here. Also appearing. Nobody really heard of here. So.
Hey.
And those who have canceled out. Michael Golden and Tom Grummett. That sucks. Those I would have been interested in. Actually, Grummett. And let's get back up here. Oh, I'll just hit the damn thing. There we go. Cosplayers. Let's see if we recognize anybody. Nope. Too bad. If Snarky J was on the list, it's like, hey, come on.
Oh. I do have one thing to say about a YouTuber showing up at that thing.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Whoever it is, they just painted a big ass target on their back.
Well, whatever. Okay.
I'm saying that because of what I was just watching.
Okay, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, I got a card game set up if anyone's interested.
I don't know. I would probably have to back out mostly because,
Yeah, I gotta work in the morning, so I'm gonna call it here.
Thanks okay, all right.
Yeah, we're
nice to be back with everybody.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, we could probably we could cut this a little short tonight. A good solid short. It's not. I mean, we usually do our longer ones, but for tonight, we're just having fun and chilling, and then next episode,
which is fun.
Yeah. I will do more of the tier list. You guys could toss your ideas at me of like what you want to see, and then for each episode we do.
All right.
Captain, I'm still gonna do the Star Trek one.
All right.
You could probably toss a scenario in there for that, and I can make it work.
And we'll find out if Fatal Cell has a job tomorrow.
I don't know what that's about, but we'll leave it at that. He'll let us know. He'll let us know.
Mm-hmm.
And to everybody that showed up, thank you again. It's good to be back on Sunday. It's good to be back.
Yeah,
This was good. I miss doing this.
He's back in the swing of it,
Yeah, because we had a lot more.
What happened to our other fearless leader?
Oh,
Rosetta's got problems. She got business, family stuff.
Well, she has family business going on and won't be around for a little bit. So I told this is nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
It's been going since the inception of this whole thing. I gave her a pass and told her this is important. Go. We'll all be here still. We're not going. I'm not going anywhere. Channel's not going anywhere. Anyway, but we're gonna get out of here, guys. Tune in tomorrow for more Sly Cooper 2. Check out Bob's channel. Check out everybody's channels. We are gonna get out of here. Tune in. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. It was a lot of fun. We'll do more of the tier madness that we came up with. Hope and don't worry, I promise we're probably gonna do the bikini comparisons for the anime chicks and everything. Maybe get some gamer. We'll get some in there. We'll get some in there. But you guys take care. I'm gonna get out of here. Bob, I closed you out on yours.
Okay.